How you doing, guys? Working on the 2000 Honda Accord, and we are replacing the front motor mount. That one right there. The rubber is really shocked. So what we're doing today is replacing that one on the front, and one of the benefits to do it. Plus, this is a 17-year-old car. We gotta do it. We gotta replace all the motor mounts, and because I start feeling some vibration. So you're feeling some vibration when you idle, when you are on a stoplight, or you just start the car and you're about to drive and you put the car on drive. And if you feel a lot of vibration, that means that you have to replace your motor mounts. So there is one located right there. There's another one on the back. There is one located right here, and this one on this side. But today we want to focus on that one on the bottom, the front motor mount. And this is gonna be really benefit for your engine, because with a lot of vibration, if all your motor mounts are shocked and they're not good anymore, that you can damage your engine if you have a lot of vibration. So let me start the car, and then I'm gonna shift the car in all the gears, so you can see the movement now. And then I'm gonna show you another clip where you can see the movement after I change the motor mount. Well, now that you see the movement on the engine, um, probably if we're replacing that one alone, it's not gonna make a lot of difference, but it does gonna make a difference. So I'm gonna replace the other ones, but on this video, we're just gonna focus on that one right there. If you see right there, I support the engine from the oil pan, and just jack up the car a little bit from the point, so you're gonna have some support. And if you can see, I have a piece of wood in there under the jack, and I lifted just a little bit, so you just supporting the engine from that point, and then you can start removing your motor mounts. First thing that we need to do, remove this bolt, and mine is different just because I put those different bolts around the engine. So I just need to use an Allen wrench to remove that one. Then we can disconnect the oxygen sensor, so it's not in our way. So I have a 17 millimeter socket in this side with my wrench, and we gotta loosen them up, and it's really in there, guys. So if you can loosen up this bolt, get a breaker bar. In this case, I'm using my long tube, make it as a breaker bar, and then just put it in there. There you go. We have here 3 bolts, and those are 14 millimeter. After we remove the one in the middle, we gotta remove those 3. That's the bolt. It's all ready. And just make sure that you're supporting the engine from the oil pan. Now that that bolt is out, let's remove those 14 millimeter, those 3 bolts right there. Then so we can remove the bracket, and we're gonna have access to those 3 bolts down there. You see the difference? The one on the bottom is longer. Okay, we have the bracket out, and I'm just gonna clean it and put some paint, some black paint, so it look better. And let's get the other 3 bolts out. You can see there, Bracket is out. Now we have room to remove the other 3 bolts, and those are 17 millimeter. Those 3 bolts right there, they're really rusty. Probably nobody removed this motor mount before. They never replaced it. So in my case, I can't get in there with my long ratchet. So I have right here uh, one extension, one long extension, 2 long extensions, a small one, 70 millimeter socket, and then I have my impact. But because this is a 3A extension, we're using a reducer. So this one is for an impact, and really convenient. Uh, it's really good. This is a reducer for from 1/2 inch to 3/8, and then we don't have to remove them with the impact. They're really stuck in there, guys. So in this case, PB Blaster is your best friend. So let's apply a little bit to it. Finally, I get loose the last bolt. It was really there. It was really tight and rusty. My motor mount, the rubber, you can see there the rubber. It's gonna shock already. It's got a lot of plate. Rubber is old, so you see there's the cracks everywhere. Okay, it's in there. So let's get our bolts, start putting them on. Make sure they're really tight. Now we can put our bracket. Before you tighten up these 3 bolts right here, uh, this one, this bracket, it has some up and down play. Before you tighten them up, make sure that you line up the hole on the bottom for the motor mount, and let's put our bolt in the motor mount. So like that, everything is lined up. Okay, we have the motor mount in. Everything is tightened up. And quick little tip for you guys: if you're planning to replace that motor mount, one important thing, you supporting the engine, right? And then after you remove all the bolts, in case the engine moves, because probably it's gonna move, one thing that you need to do after you put in the bracket and you motor mount, you have to make sure that you jack up the engine a little bit more until the engine goes up. And you can see in here, it doesn't have just the holes on the bracket, it has like a little notches. And the thing is that if you're just supporting the engine and the engine moves, probably the engine is gonna drop a little bit. Okay, and then if the engine drops, when you put it, you're gonna see like a little hole in here. The bolts, they're not gonna cover. You're gonna see some through the threads. If you see through the threads in the bracket, that means that your engine needs to come up. Jack up the engine just a little bit more. Just be careful if you're supporting the engine with the wood. You have to be careful when you jack up the engine. Lift it up a little bit more until you don't see the holes, you don't see any threads. That means that your engine is gonna be in the right position. And after that, you tighten up the bolts, and you tighten up the bolt that goes all the way across from the motor mount. Replace your oxygen sensor, your connection, your bolts, and on the bottom, because we already tighten everything up, we can remove the jack and the wood. Okay, the jack is out. uh, Everything is already in place. I tightened everything up. I'm just gonna connect the oxygen sensor, and I'm gonna start the engine and shift to drive, to reverse, and see how much movement we have now. So there you have it, guys. That's how you replace a front motor mount in a 1998 to 2002 Honda Accord. I hope you like this video, guys. I hope this was helpful for you. Don't forget to subscribe, and for those that already subscribe and they watch my videos, thank you. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.